It is 9th day, April 2024. Thornton Township Road and Bridge Fund revenue, March 1, 2023 to February 29, 2024. Real estate taxes, $721,700.09. Replacement tax, $104,540.11. Investment income, total investment income, $70,052.69. Other revenue, total other revenue, $216,553.64. Total road and bridge fund revenue, $1,112,846.53. Town of Thornton Road and Bridge Fund expenditures, March 1, 2023 to February 29, 2024. Administration expenditures, total administration expenditures, $81,071.01. Maintenance expenditures, total maintenance expenditures, $6,123.57. Permanent road expenditures, total permanent road expenditures, $647,723.45. Total road and bridge revenue, $1,112,846.53. Total road and bridge expenditures, negative $734,918.03. Net change in fund balance, $377,920.50. Town of Thornton Road and Bridge Fund balance sheet, February 29, 2024. Assets, total assets, $2,920,596.59. Liabilities, total liabilities, $967,293.41. Ending fund balance, $1,953,303.18. Total liabilities and fund balance, $2,920,596.59. Thornton Township Road and Bridge Fund, cash on hand, February 29, 2024. Cash on hand, February 28, 2023, $523,940.49. Breakdown of cash on hand, February 29, 2024, $865,555.10. Breakdown of investments on hand, February 28, 2023, $1,201,947.81. Breakdown of investment on hand, February 29, 2024, $1,257,170.74. Town of Thornton Road and Bridge Fund, March 1, 2023 to February 29, 2024, as required by Illinois compliance statute. Total amount of 2023 Road and Bridge Fund tax levy for the payment of Road and Bridge Fund indebtedness and charges was $806,770.00. Total amount of town indebtedness as of February 29, 2024, $98,066.93. Town of Thornton Road and Bridge outstanding indebtedness, February 29, 2024, $98,066.93. Town of Thornton Road and Bridge Fund, tools, machinery, and equipment with present value and assets of $200. Description: 993 Beaver Creek flat trailer, condition fair. Easy asphalt roller trailer, poor. 1968 Ford tractor with bush hog, poor. 1983 John Deere tractor with loader and backhoe, poor. 2014 Ford F350 pickup truck, good. John Deere commercial 36 cab, fair. 2019 Ford F490, good. 2018 Ford F350, good. 2022 Ford F254, excellent. Tractor skid steer, excellent. John Deere tractor, excellent. 2022 554, excellent. Standard X Mower, excellent. Buffalo trailer, excellent. That concludes the Road and Bridge report.
Thank you, Robert. Is there a motion to approve the Road and Bridge report as read? There's a motion. Is there a second? Motion and a second. All in favor? Hold your cards up. We're going to open the floor for discussion. Any questions, comments? No question and comments?
How y'all doing? It's Ronald Muhammad, 155-35 Lexington, Harvey. I'd like to make a comment. And, sometimes we have to be careful what we ask for, because on the news, all we see is our people asking for her to be investigated. So the minute she say, okay, here it is, we turn back and say, wow. We forced her to do it. We forced her to pay the money for an investigation. But the other thing is, I believe if we call up here, we can get the information of what we need that's been presented on the meetings, because she told us we can go upstairs to the clerk to get the information. So for the next meeting, if we call up here or if we come up here and go upstairs, we can get the information 2 days in advance, right? No, I know that's for next year, but what I'm talking about is for the future meetings, meaning the monthly meetings. If we come here 2 days in advance, we can get the info on what the meeting is about.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we can come get the info, because it's too late to correct what happened in the past. All I'm talking about, since we still gonna be living, we might as well do something about the future, because I think if we give her a chance, we all gotta learn. We all gotta learn. So, it's like you can't just come in one day and you master it, but even if y'all don't wanna give a chance, just let it be. So, but the bottom line is, we can come here and get the information. And as a people, we judge ourselves so fast. There's been people in offices for 30, 40 years, ain't never heard nothing. But the minute we get here, but we'll be satisfied when she gone and they get the power back. Then who y'all gonna go to? Let's wait for another great white hope? That's what we gonna do? No, she gonna be gone and they gonna keep her. So let's try.
Thank you, sir.
I ain't been here for 5 minutes. I've only been here a couple minutes. Okay. That's cool. I'm cool, I'll leave. No problem.
Thank you.
But hey.
Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and everybody in favor of approving.
The situation at hand. Don't take what I say personal. I'm talking to you.
You guys make sure that your comments pertain precisely to the road and bridge report that we're voting on.
Okay, we have a second on the floor, so it's no more public comment. That's what she's supposed to have told everybody. I know, but I'm telling you the facts. So there's no public comment right now. And you guys had voted. So once you did a motion and a second and voted, there's no more discussion. Public comment is number 9, so you can save your comment until we get to number 9.
Okay, so go ahead.
We ready?
Go ahead.
So I don't want to keep beating a dead horse, but this is a digital world. I'm registered with the Township of Thornton, and I receive all kinds of emails. Why can't that information come out as an email? It's just a simple question, something that can be done very easily going forward. Send the information out via email, or put it on the website where people know how to get it. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, now we're gonna go ahead and take the vote to approve the road and bridge report as read. Everybody in favor? Hold your cards up, please. All opposed? Motion passed. Next on the agenda, we're gonna approve the resolution authorizing disposal by public sale of personal property owned by Thornton Township. There is none, so we're gonna go ahead and keep going. The next item on the agenda is for a motion to schedule the next annual town hall meeting for Tuesday, April 8th, 2025 at 6 p.m. State law mandates that the township meeting be held on the second Tuesday in April after 6 p.m. unless a different time is voted on by the electors. Okay, so Tuesday, April 8th at 6:01 p.m. Is that election day?
So the law states that whenever the consolidated election provided for in this section of the code is rescheduled to the second Tuesday, rescheduled to second Tuesday in April under a provision of the election code, the annual township meeting shall be held on the third Tuesday in April at the time designated by the electors or the township board, whichever is appropriate. So the third Tuesday in April would be 1 week after that, so I believe that would be April 15th. Let me just double check. April 15th.
Okay, so we're gonna amend the motion to schedule the next annual town hall meeting for Tuesday, April 15th, 2025 at 6:01 p.m. Can I get your name? Who's second? Okay. With a motion and a second, I'll open the floor for questions or comments. Given that there is no question or comments, all in favor of scheduling the next board meeting for April 15th, 2025 at 6:00 town hall meeting for April 15th, 2025 at 6:01 p.m. Please hold your cards up. All opposed? Motion passed. Now we're going to open up the floor for any public questions or comments.
Okay, y'all ready
Hold
for
on.
comments?
For
Sit there for a while.
for elected officials?
No,
Elected
no, no.
officials, please?
Elected officials first?
Yes.
Okay, got it.
Thank you.
Okay.
Hold on, just elected officials right now. No.
No, elected officials.
Any elected officials have comments?
All right. Well, first of all, I just want to tell everybody thank you for coming out. It's great to see people being involved in kind of what I like to call an organic, people coming out because they want to be here, because they want to know what's going on in their township, which, like, once again, I just think is great. So thank you for coming out. I'm not one to really prepare a speech or anything like that, but I, always kind of have a few points that I want to generally talk about. But for today, as people speak, I kind of take notes because I want to know what people are saying. With that being said, I just want to, Robert read it 3 times, but just real quick, I want to read just a couple lines here. We, the undersigned trustees and town clerk of said town of Thornton, do hereby certify that we have this day examined the foregoing account, vouchers, annual report, etc. I kind of, to piggyback on something some of the people were saying, not having the correct information, it's kind of hard to do that. Because I basically just saw this when, today as well. Now, something could have been emailed to me, wasn't, I guess like I said, I could have went and gotten in line, or not gotten in line, but, went to the clerk's office, but that just doesn't seem necessary, or should be necessary for somebody who's on the board. But it's hard to make decisions. I've been voting no, I don't know if anybody knows that, for quite some time, for even just our meetings every 2 weeks, kind of based on this, information not being properly given, in my opinion. I'll say that, and I'm just speaking for myself for right now. So I heard a lot of people just kind of throwing stuff out there when some of the people were talking as far as, oh, this is old information, we just need to vote so we can move forward. Well, no, that's really not the case. Because I don't care whether it's last year or the coming year, we need to see information such as invoices, statements, receipts. We can see it says XYZ, $30,000, but what does that mean? If you're not able to see it, how do you make an educated choice on that? And like I said, I was kind of biting my tongue here because I wanted to say, yes, I agree with people or whatever, but everybody's got to have their, I don't want to interrupt anybody. That's not what we're here about. But I think, just kind of sitting here and seeing that's what I felt that people were kind of trying to say. Once again, it is hard when you don't have something in front of you. Okay, we have a board meeting right after this. I haven't seen any of those bills. So once again, I'm supposed to just say yes, just because what? Why? I mean, give me a reason. So, like I said, once again, I think that's just what the people were trying to say, and I do want to piggyback that. Kind of welcome to my world in a way, and it's not a good thing, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that to be, to make a joke out of it. I'm not, but like I said, definitely have the same concerns as a lot of the citizens that are here anyways tonight. I want to say all. One of the other things, people talk about audits and that, and there's different types. There's one that's just simply, it says, okay, there was XYZ check made out for $300, and that's basically all they're really looking for, to make sure there's a check that equals a dollar amount. But let's look more as what you would look at as more like a forensic audit, where they really dive in, take things apart, and literally line by line and go through things. And then, once again, back that up with an invoice, with a statement, whatever it might be. Like I said, I could probably be here all night, but I know we've been here a while. So for tonight, I'll just leave it at that. Once again, I just want to thank everybody for coming out, and we'll keep going.
All right. I hope y'all enjoyed yourself this evening and you got a ton of great information. But what I will say is, it's people that sit on this board, and I'm speaking of Trustee Gonzalez that just spoke, and said nothing or did nothing when Frank Zuccarelli was the supervisor. Didn't ask not one question, and did not one thing. Okay, I'll wait till y'all know what you're doing. I'll wait till you're done. All right, I have the floor, thank you. You can do all you want, and that's fine. So,
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's keep it down.
Are y'all done?
I appreciate you guys. Let's let her finish.
I know, y'all don't like the truth, and it's okay. So you can go check minutes and check things, and you'll see what I'm saying. I always tell you to check facts, and then you will know what it is. So anyway, all right. I'm gonna finish my statement, so you can boo all you want. As I was stating, people sat here and didn't say anything. So
The elected officials are making their public comments. You guys are next.
Excuse me? I have the floor.
I said
I have
the elected officials are making their comments.
And
The
thank
public is next. I asked
have
them
my
to be
comment, so why you
quiet.
interrupted me if I have my comment? Let me finish.
You wanted me to put order in the room. That's exactly what I did.
Okay. As I was stating, moving forward, I hope everybody, including Chris Gonzalez, y'all be as active and as wanting information from other municipalities as you do here. I hope y'all go into South Highland, Calumet City, Riverdale, Harvey, and ask all these questions that you're asking before us. Because I don't see it being fair that you guys come to one body of government and ask 1,000,001 questions, and then when we give you the information, no one writes anything good about all the great things we do here at Thornton Township, including the surpluses that we have. because everybody want it to continue to be a shit show and not really show facts as it relates to what's really going on in our township. When I took over as your supervisor, I have increased every single department demands as it relates to services to our residents. And you can go through each and every one of our departments and speak to all of our department heads. And they will tell you exactly what we have done and what we have improved. If you want your kids to go to after school, we have after school for all. And it is free. They can learn Spanish, they can learn penmanship, they can learn everything. You out of order. Can I finish my statement, please, and thank you. So we have all those things going over at the Riverdale location. And as it relates to food, if you are hungry, we feed any and everybody in Thornton Township. So please go to our food pantry in Harvey. We have that. And then if you need a ride to the doctor, to the library, to the grocery store, we take you for free. These are all the things we do here in Thornton Township that's free to residents. You don't have to pay anything. That's what people don't tell you. But yet we have a surplus. So that's what I want to educate the public on. Stop listening to people that just negative and come and get the proof and the facts for yourself. And that way you will know what to do with the information because you are benefiting from it, residents. We have serviced over 10,000 people in GA alone this last year. Y'all weren't having or hitting on no numbers like that until I came. That show you that we really want to service our community. And in doing so, we have cut costs and we have basically created a surplus, but that's what you're missing because you're so in the mess that you're forgetting the facts of what we really are producing here in Thornton Township. We are a family, despite what you may think or say. That's what we are. We're here to help each other, not hurt each other, and it's a shame that I'm talking to my black and brown communities, will sit here and fight and go back and forth with people. It's a shame that y'all do that. It's sad. It's sad. So I'm telling y'all that you can boo all you want. I really don't care because I'm still saying my statement. But it's a shame that you guys do that and not give people a chance. Guess what? I am the youth. I am the future, no matter what you think or may say. I have made history several times, no matter what y'all say. So what I'm saying is while I'm in the seat, I'm going to do the work. Good, bad, or indifferent, or however anybody feels. But what I'm saying to you is please give people the opportunity to lead. Give them a chance. Stop just beating up on people just because and you ain't got no proof or no facts. Stop sitting here pushing people to the side. Go learn a person. Go talk to them for yourself. Understand what's going on in the community for yourself with them. Don't just go off of what someone says is all I'm saying because I'm here, right? Next would be somebody else's daughter, somebody else's son. I'm going to pass the baton, and I don't want y'all to treat them like that. So that's why I stand inspired, because I want to show them what it looks like to fight against controversy and stand strong, 10 toes down, and show them that you will be victorious in the end. I guarantee you that. All that y'all think and all that y'all want bad for me, gonna all turn around, and then you will be on the other side looking, saying, dang, she was telling the truth this entire time. I have board members and people that have been stealing from the township that's in this room currently right now. I told the media when I first became supervisor, I told the media this, and I told them I had the proof, and they did not want to write not one story about it. So all I could do is just produce my stuff. When I put my podcast out and I spoke Truth Speaks, sitting here, the Move podcast, and I spoke truth to everything everybody was saying. Why I go down within 2 hours? I had over 20,000 views in 2 hours. But this is the stuff I'm talking about. If you want it from me, you have to listen. You can't just sit here and have a blind eye when you come before me and don't want to hear both sides of the story. Always listen to both sides of the story. Don't listen to one side and don't got the other side. You be making the worst decision of your life because you only heard one side. And all I am here to say is, hey, I still love all y'all. The hateful one, all y'all be on my lines getting food, getting transportation. I'ma still feed y'all. Just know that. I'ma still feed y'all, take care of y'all no matter what. Okay, but if anybody really want to know what's been going on in Thornton Township, please reach out to myself. My line is always open. My door will always be open. And I thank y'all for everything and for coming out and for supporting me. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, if there's no other elected officials, I'm gonna open the floor for the public to speak. They wanted me to do a 3-minute time limit, but since the elected officials got to speak as long as they wanted to, I think it's fair that the public does. So you guys can get up, take your time.
It's good.
Go ahead, sir. Please state your name.
Good evening, everybody. My name is T.O. Holloman. I'm a former resident here at Calumet City. You know what? The bottom line is, I'm here really to just be straight up with y'all tonight, right? Some people may be good with me, some people may not be good with me. That's okay. We all human beings. There's nobody in here that's perfect tonight. Not one person sitting here is perfect tonight, all right? Tiffany hasn't been charged with any crimes, number one. Hear me clearly on this. Tonight, I just want y'all to listen to me just for, all I'm asking y'all to do is listen to me for a minute, right? This lady has not been charged with anything, and we ready to throw the baby away with the bathwater. When y'all elected Tiffany as a supervisor in Thornton Township, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Let's let him speak, and then you guys can get up to the podium and give your opinion. Let him speak.
Tonight. Everybody has an opportunity to speak. The bottom line, nobody paid me to come out here. I'm not on nobody's payroll, okay? Investigate that. I'm not on nobody's payroll. What I'm saying is black folks, we continue to tear each other down all the, I want to cuss, but I ain't gonna cuss. Check it out. We continue to tear each other down all the time. Our division and lack of unity is destroying us as black folks. Why don't we try to mediate with Tiffany instead of investigate? Why don't we mediate? You know what I'm saying? Why don't we set for a mediation session with the people in the Thornton Township? Seriously, try to mediate with her first, then if it doesn't work, that's another story, right? You got another election coming up in 2025, deal with this shit then. Seriously, what I'm saying to y'all from a man to the body, I live out here in Calumet City. Look here, I'm the guy that they call, hold up for a minute. I'm the guy that they call to mediate conflicts on the street. I've mediated conflicts with politicians. I've mediated conflicts in corporate settings as well. A lot of people call me, my personal friends call me, say, why you going out here speaking up for Tiffany? Tiffany's a friend of mine. I'm speaking up, and I'm going to speak up for any goddamn way. You know what I'm saying? Now hear me clearly on this. Before I get out of here, I'm going to say this all, everybody out here, okay? Before I get out of here, I'm asking y'all to mediate this thing with Tiffany before passing judgment on her. Check it out. Listen to me with some reason here. It's issues on both sides, goddammit. Both sides got issues. It's not just one-sided. It's issues on both sides. Mediate the conflict first, and then you pass your judgment. That's all I'm saying. Black folks have been under the gun for centuries, man. Centuries. We condemn each other. We charge each other with a bunch of stuff out here without no proof positive on it. All of us got issues. There's not one person in here that ain't got no issue, man. Let's stop playing games. What I'm saying, let's stop playing games. I don't want no money. Let me be clear with y'all. All I want to do is mediate this thing and bring it back to love and happiness out here in Thornton Township. You're going to always have naysayers. Listen to me. Everybody's double talking, cross talking, and all that kind of shit there. Let me say this to y'all. We know what? Our lack of discipline is killing us. It's killing us. And I ain't going to overdo it. I just want to say that out of respect for the process. And you know what? I want to say some other things, but I'm going to leave it alone tonight, you know. But look here, how many people, let's be honest just for a minute. How many people with a show of hands, would be willing to try to help mediate this thing?
Thank you, sir.
How many people with a show of hands? I mean, that's crazy. Not one black man in here should be going against a black woman. That's what I want to say. Not one motherfucker in here.
Thank you. All right, you guys, thank you. Go ahead, sir. Can you guys form a line in the back? Go ahead, sir.
Hello, good evening. Once again, this is Orisha Matosa, Egbesemirone. I live on 15324 South Holland, Illinois. And, you know, like I said, I'm 23. This is my first town hall meeting. And I think one of the important things that you actually mentioned yourself, Supervisor, is that, you know, men lie, women lie, but numbers don't, data doesn't. So I understand that this body is saying that by law, we're only obligated to publish these numbers in the clerk's office 48 hours prior or hand it out. But it's worthwhile to evaluate policy as opposed to law. So like my question would be, you know, you want civic engagement, especially from the youth, but isn't it worthwhile taking good faith actions that will actually lead to an increased amount of engagement? So for example, one of the questions that I actually asked, and I didn't necessarily get a clear answer, obviously, fill in the blanks, I got the answer, was that, hey, if this is information that is being readily produced, it's clear that we have a database that has these numbers that we're, using to concatenate all this information. Why isn't that being published online for increased accessibility? This is what I mean by good faith actions. You say that you want us to be civically engaged. You say that you want us to be showing up and be present in these meetings. But from my first meeting at Thornton Township, it seems like there's actions that are being taken that are at the detriment of the citizens of this township. So the one thing that I really do want to advocate is just for transparency, visibility. I'm a firm believer that the internet lies. You can look on the internet and they'll say 1,000,000+1 things. And I'm a firm believer that if we only looked at people as the summations of all their faults, all of us would be sinners. But the reality of the situation is that it's important for us as a community to be engaged. And in order to engage the community, we need access to data. Now, I'm also going to bring up another topic that wasn't necessarily mentioned here, but I do have a genuine question about crime. I'm 23 years old, but my dad has been here for about 28 years. He owns his home. And especially in the past few years, the proliferation of crime has been rampant. Just on Ingleside Avenue, my sister got her car stolen right in front of her house. Just 2 days ago, there was robbers walking down Ingleside Avenue doing petty theft, opening all the cars on the street. It was only by God's grace that a police officer pulled around the corner. And the reality of the situation is the police officers ultimately let them go. There was 2 men there. They only talked to one because the second one ran through the back of our backyard and ran to Drexel. I'm sure they rendezvoused at the park that, if you guys exit towards Sibley, you know that park right there. So my question would be, I would love to know, because I do want to be, especially as a youth member, someone who actually, especially since I graduated college and actually have a high-paying job and I've started actually contributing to taxes, I want to know when the next conversation or referendum pertaining crime and how we resolve crime and also how we mitigate future crime could occur. Because yeah, we could talk about financials, but I also do care about safety. I care about the safety of my community. I care about the safety of my neighbors. And it seems time and time again, there's been a degradation of safety within our communities. I don't know if anybody else feels that, but being a youth person myself, seeing, growing up in this neighborhood, I've seen what it was when I was 4, 5, 6, and I can see what it is now that I'm 23. So those are my only comments.
Thank you, sir.
Good afternoon. First of all, I want to tip my hat off to you, Tiffany, for what you are appointed to this seat. And as a
Ma'am, I'm
former
sorry. Can
elected
you please
official,
state your name and address?
Felicia Johnson, 14440 Union Avenue, Harvey, Illinois.
Thank you.
I want to tip my hat off to you because I believe in respecting the seat. Even though I didn't agree with things that Frank Ziccarelli did when he was here, rest his soul, I respected the seat. So as a elected official, former elected official, what can I do to help you? Because that's what I'm failing to see in these communities. Everybody is throwing at you everything that you're doing wrong. Nobody has stepped up to say, I'm not gonna knock your crown off, Queen. I'm gonna straighten it. What can I do to help you? You let me know.
Thank you, ma'am. State your name.
Hello, my name is Don Core Parker, 16245 State Street, South Holland, Illinois. I'm a 20-year Thornton Township employee. First of all, in this very building, Barack Obama stood here. And one thing we never stood here under Frank is race. Black, white, Asian, or Latin, we all got along. So no disrespect to UTO, but we don't do that here. This is our house. And first of all, we understand one thing. When you're doing wrong, you need to be corrected. So I only have one question, Ms. Darlene Gray. Do you think that the board is doing a good job right now? Frank told me to ask you that.
You asked me a question, I'm gonna give you an answer. First of all, I sat with Frank for 30 years. I worked with Frank with his first election. So don't tell me about the 30 years he sat here and the people that I worked in the cold for to see that they had jobs here. I am ashamed. You know what? You hire people to do their jobs, and those people are
Make it clear what you're ashamed of.
No, you Don Court. First of all,
What
I
could you be
sit
ashamed of
and I
me for?
listen.
You're
and
sitting
I
here
up.
and you were elected by us, the Z team, and you know what we stand for. You're not displaying that, and you know it.
What is the Z team standing for?
Let her
What-
finish.
Tell me this. You tell me.
And
Frank would
Tiffany,
be happy
you're
with
doing
this.
such a good job. No one can contest to you.
know,
Frank
we're
can't
over
even do
let her
anything
finish.
close to
Let her
you.
finish.
I mean, Frank never had
17.
his name in the papers as many times as you. He's never even been on TV as much as you. I mean, come on, he can't even compare to you. Back to you.
All right. Okay, trustee.
Answer the question. You're tap dancing out the
With
back door.
deals that
The question is, do you think that you guys are doing a good job?
You can finish your comment, Don Court, go ahead.
Darlene, with all due respect, my love for you will never change, but you know where we come from and you know what we stand for, and you're not displaying that. And if I did something wrong as a young man, you guys would chastise me. I've been with you all for 20 years, and you guys know better. And look at Pepe over there not saying a word. We ain't gonna mess with Pepe, but one alone stand 1,000 strong. Injustice anywhere is injustice everywhere. When you see something, say something. It's not just a slogan. Now, at the end of the day, who all on that board thinks that they're doing a good job? Cassandra, are you guys doing a good job as a whole?
I am the assessor for the township, in the assessor's office. This is
We are
public
doing a
comment,
very
not
good job.
Q&A.
Original one.
Gotcha.
Just so
I
you
got
know, you can make your statement and move on.
I got you. Okay, so basically the question wasn't answered. We know what our standard used to be. It's not the same, and we all know what we need to do now. Is that correct? Is everybody here registered to vote? Okay, so at the end of the day, make sure everybody has their voter registration card. All this back and forth on the media, it ain't going nowhere. Election day is where we make the change.
Thank you.
I told my people I came with I wouldn't speak again, but I'm compelled to do so. When I'm here.
Can you give your name, please, ma'am? Just your
again,
name.
Wendy Kelly, South Holland, Illinois. As I sit here today, again, I've never worked in government, and I'm really appalled. I'm appalled at the financial report and how that's distributed. Nobody has dial-up internet anymore. This is 2024. We should be openly and clearly communicating information in a timely fashion. Now, I have to put you on the spot, Ms. Hilliard. You said at the Township Talks that information would be available on Monday, April 1st, come down to the Township Hall. I was there, it wasn't. I came back Thursday, it wasn't. I came back on Monday morning and got a copy. So I did have an opportunity to review. So again, with technology, and from an IT background, I'm a computer nerd. There is no excuse that we shouldn't have that information available to people so that they can review it in advance and come to a forum like this prepared. And that's just a reflection, and it's not because you're a black woman. That's my world. I grew up, I was one of the only people in IT in a white world. I got picked on, I was a single black mom, I was all those things. It's not about that, it's being accountable. It's being accountable for the role that, and you guys are doing a great job, but you're paid to do a great job. You're doing your job. At those salaries, I wouldn't expect anything less. Not at all. I looked at the report. I wouldn't expect anything less. If you were doing less, I would say, what are you doing with the money? So again, this is not attacking you as a black woman. I've always been held accountable for my performance, my results, and I expect the same of you. That's it, that's all.
Thank you, ma'am.
Gardis Watts, 14745 South Park Avenue, South Holland, Illinois. Greetings, moderator, Madam Supervisor, trustees, administrators, and residents. Once again, this administration seems not to care about the dissatisfaction the people of this township has against the supervisor and her staunch opponents. You would have thought that voting down the health referendum for a second time would have made the message clear to this administration. But yet the supervisor had made it clear in her own mind in the last meeting that we are the ones that are wrong. We have been called brainwashed, hoodwinked, and led astray. And she was bold enough to talk to residents that live and vote here as if they were subjects under her rule.
Come on now.
No, Madam Supervisor, we are not brainwashed. We are fed up. Nobody said that we didn't think mental health was important. We just don't trust you to fix it. Now, in the last township meeting, you talked about this township still having a mental health service. I just asked about the budget, and I didn't get a clear answer. Can you provide the name of the person who leads this program?
No.
Next question. Are they qualified to be mental health service providers?
Somebody have answers? It's questions and comments.
I'm gonna clear it up one more time.
Questions
This is public
and comments.
This is not Q&A.
Your original agenda said questions and
Moderator,
comments.
you need to learn the
Okay, all
job.
right.
It's public comment.
Never mind. If you would not like to answer, I understand, because you don't want to answer to anybody because you feel like you don't report to nobody when it concerns your decisions and behavior. We as a township refuse to play your game. And even though you have trustees and administrators who support your obnoxious actions, and trust me, their day is coming as well. We will not support your intentional splurging of township money to destroy Dalton. We will not support your efforts to subvert democracy in that village, and we will not support your scandalous conduct as the mayor of Dalton that uses the police force as a Gestapo unit to terrorize residents. You out of all people as a black woman should know better. The people of this township stand in solidarity with our fellow township residents in Dalton.
Thank you.
You have done nothing to build a true relationship with the residents. All you have done was feed your ego. Proverbs 16:18 states that pride comes before destruction,
You better preach on it.
and an arrogant spirit before a fall. And what you witnessed last Monday was a sign of things to come. Rules without relationship breed rebellion. And before any former or current employees of this township come up here and talk about me, just let them know that I was hired here without a criminal record. Justice for Christopher Moore, justice for Tavares Davis, and justice for Alexis Wilson.
Thank you, sir.
I'm Beatrice. I live in South Holland. I'm not a political person, but what I do want to say is, you guys are concerned about your safety. I work here. I just graduated out of college. I'm worried about my safety as well. The media, I really don't, like, to be blunt, I don't care about political stuff, but the media is like badgering the workers. Like, I'm actually scared to come to work.
Quit.
You want me to quit, but you also want me to work for the community that I belong. Hold on, no, I don't have a side.
You live in Thornton Township.
Yes, I live here.
Quit.
I live here. I'm under
Maybe
the.
it's time to get
Can I? Okay, I'm just gonna ignore. Thank you.
Okay, you out of order. Go ahead with your statement.
I just want to say we have nothing to do with the campaign. All the workers do, is come here to help you guys. We don't have a vote or anything. We don't really care. When we come to work, my first priority is when I even said it when I was when I was interviewing for here. I don't care about what's going on. I barely watch the news. All I want to do is work for my community. I volunteered a lot in Chicago, and I came here to volunteer and work for my community. So it's very scary when you have grown men coming at you and threatening you. It's scary. I'm scared to come to work. I'm scared. I don't want to feel scared to come to work every day.
Keep it down, everybody. Please let her finish.
And I'm shaking because there's always going to be something wrong with whatever political or whoever's the head charge. But I'm saying leave the people that care about you alone. Because you want to hire new people and you're telling them to come in here. And when they're hired and they have nothing to do with anything at all, and you're bringing us in and you're threatening us after you put us in, it doesn't make sense. I'm not talking about her, I'm talking about me. I'm talking about the people that work at GA that's working with the seniors. I'm not talking about Tiffany. I don't care. I don't care about the election. I barely even I don't care.
Guys, keep it down. Let her finish her comment.
You're safe out of a police report, right? But when a media like him come up to me and I'm trying to run behind, honest to God, I don't care about politics. I care about my safety. And if the community members are speaking, go ahead, speak. Power to you. I'm not disregarding anything you're saying. If anything, I feel like you have a right to say whatever you want. You have that right. You live here, you pay your taxes, you have that right. But what do we have to do with this? We don't have anything to do with it. What? When I'm just filing paperwork or putting in employees' names, what do I have to do with this? That you're coming here and threatening me. What do I have to do with it?
Thank you, ma'am.
I had a coworker that they listed her children's names out of nowhere. She has nothing to do with anything. Her children, they're not even in high school yet. So say what you want to say to these people, but leave the people that aren't a part of this political party alone. It's like you're saying you're going to McDonald's and threatening a McDonald's worker just because they work there. You don't like the CEO of McDonald's. They don't have anything to do with the CEO. They're just a worker. They're just flipping burgers. I'm just flipping burgers. I don't have anything to do with anything up there. So please stop. You right there, when you're trying to antagonize him, that's scary. It's scary. You're saying, I'm saying there's sides to everything, and yes, I hear your side. I would like to believe that I'm a smart individual. All I'm saying is just leave us separate from this. Please. That's all I'm asking, especially to the media.
Thank you, ma'am.
So my name is Jedediah Brown, and I'm homeless, so I could be everywhere. So with that being said, to the young lady that was speaking, I want her to know that as a man that's advocating, I heard everything she said, and I'm asking for everybody to be as gentle and kind to the employees who have inherited this mess. We are not trying to attack the employees, but if you be disrespectful, we'll match it. And then with that being said, I would like to also make it very clear, we're not here for you. But because you work in this government, understand people's lives are affected by this government. And just like I care about the young lady who spoke, I care about the young lady who made sexual assault allegations and who confided in the leader. And the leader who had a constitutional duty to report that to the local Las Vegas police abdicated that duty so that she can sit there with nice hair and nice clothes and nice bottles of water. So if I'm going to protect one employee, I'm going to protect them all. But what I want to do here, because I don't live in this particular area of my homelessness, I want to say this to you, Tiffany. You had an opportunity as a black woman, as an elected official, to stand on the shoulders of so many of the most disrespected women in the history of this nation, to actually create something that would give generations behind you something that they can model after. However, this has been the Tiffany Henyard show. This place is completely, your face is everywhere. You also, I know you got those banners inside of the village that you didn't put up yet. You could go ahead and put them up. We know what you own. But this is the thing. The reason why people should never vote for anything with this administration without knowing the facts is because they got a whole history of trying to hide their corruption. Nobody in good government, not even, especially not a super mayor, especially not a black woman who understands the role that you have and understands that the history that you're creating, there's going to be another black woman that's going to run, and she's going to be looked at through the lens of what you do in your governing. So when everybody say, oh, this is a black woman, we got to think about all black women. Because I know a lot of black women that's going to school right now, they aspire to be exactly where you were blessed. You were an illegitimate mayor. You were recalled by the people. However, you overcame it. That was God giving you an opportunity to make something of it and prove them wrong. But exactly what's happening, this is not people that's just disgruntled. But the Bible says that when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. And then Dr. Martin Luther King said that unrest is the voice of those that have not been heard. So what you're dealing with is people trying to figure out, how does a man that's homeless come to try to bring awareness to what's going on, like a police officer. I have a video of one of your officers having sex in your jail cell. I'm trying to figure out, how does a woman who you know have compromised sensitive investigative material, how do you have a woman who is unethical in every sense of the word, had an irresponsible relationship with your former chief's child, did it on company time in a company vehicle, and left the village when she should have been there protecting the citizens? She was trying to get her rocks off. This is what I'm trying to figure out. How does that woman become internal affairs for your police department, and then I get served with a restraining order today from that woman, and you allow her to be a police officer still in your department? With that being said, let me make it clear. If you're unethical on one side, we gotta watch you on another. So the way you lead as a mayor is why we're having you this way as a supervisor. And the best thing you can do with all the controversy is step aside and don't make these people have to go through another day, because I'm gonna tell you something. Yes, you're beautiful, and yes, you have done you've done things that people have not done. But your presence is now a harm to these individuals. And then I'm gonna ask you this one simple question, because this is what I'm really here for, and I can say so much, because I say you always give out receipts. I'm trying to figure out why not one time have you got on anything and spoke to that young woman who said that she was sexually assaulted. I have seen no empathy from you at no time. You've not spoken about her. You said you're okay. You talked about what you are doing, but what about what she's been going through for the last year? And I understand, let's not talk about an investigation while it was pending, but it wasn't pending until it was exposed. And she had to do it herself because you betrayed her. So my question now to you is, now that the media have put out the name of the accused trustee, Andrew Holmes, who is the only trustee who has an office in your building, I'm asking you this question. Are you going to call for his resignation? Are you going to fire or get him removed from office? Are you going to cooperate with a fair and transparent, thorough investigation into these sexual assault allegations? Are you going to apologize to that girl while you want us to be nice to this girl? And I'll leave you with this. This isn't personal for me, but I will be releasing everything that I have, and y'all can send every bit of piece of paperwork. You can weaponize your police department, and you can look at me all smug. But I'll tell you what I do know. Everybody has their day. And I'm not afraid. So Jedediah is here to stay.
Thank you, sir.
My name is Paul Roberts. I live in Lansing, Illinois.
Mr. Roberts, can you pull the mic closer to your mouth?
Yes. My name is Paul Roberts. I live in Lansing. I think we need a little bit of relief, so I'll go back into some bureaucratic details. Clerk Key did her job. She posted minutes of the last meeting. and the agenda for this meeting on time. And as this gentleman over here said, we had plenty of time to see the agenda, and we're now in number 9, which was originally not comments, but comments and questions. I didn't hear very many answers, but I have heard the supervisor say, don't just listen to what people give you. Don't just listen to the summary numbers of the financial report. Get the facts. Well, that's why I'm here, because I haven't been able to get the facts. And I know that it's very expensive when your FOIA requests are being blocked. And so my question is not for the supervisor who prefers not to answer questions tonight, but the attorney. First of all, I'm hoping that you can clarify your position. Are you the supervisor's attorney or the township's attorney? No. The clerk said that this was comments and questions, and that was what was posted publicly 2 weeks ago. That's why I'm asking the question.
Attorney, we're not answering questions, even though the original agenda was posted that way?
It said comments.
The original agenda posted says comments and questions.
Okay. Well,
You guys changed it today when we got to this meeting.
okay, you finished? Okay, again, my comment is public comment, so you can ask.
The agenda posted,
Okay.
attorney, the original agenda posted said questions and comments. I saw you look it up. I am correct, right? That the original agenda posted said questions and comments, correct? Because I saw you look it up on your laptop just now.
Well, first of all, I can look up a bunch of things on my laptop, that's the first thing. Second thing is, I have absolutely no idea what was posted here at the township.
The clerk.
I know what was sent over to me, and I know what I have in my hand right here. In my hand right here, it says comments. And
Well, if you are the
I will not
township
be
attorney,
helpful. Sorry.
may we ask you for help in getting our FOIA requests answered?
I would,
I know your response.
I would love for them to answer questions, but I can't force them to do so. So if you would like to ask more questions, you can.
Ask the question, because we know they're not gonna answer it, just have it on record, because they don't want nothing.
All right, you're out of order. Can you finish, sir, with your statement so we can move forward?
I'm sorry, I'm the moderator
We
here.
have other business.
You're a resident just like that.
So please, can you please continue with your comments so we can move forward?
Okay, sir.
Who is blocking
Attorney, we're not
our
gonna
FOIA
answer the
requests?
questions? Okay, so they're not gonna answer the question. Go ahead and continue
How
to ask.
expensive is it to get a FOIA request answered?
I don't have a question.
Thank you. It's a quick question. Thank you so much. I don't have a question because I know I'm not gonna get an answer. Mary Avon from Dalton. For all of you people sitting in this room, if you saw what happened to the seniors, and I'm a senior that couldn't get into the building, because that meeting could have been here, a municipal building, and we wouldn't have had that fiasco. When you don't answer questions, there's something to hide. This is not the first meeting. And I second everything Jedediah Brown said. I am sponsoring, along with other Dalton citizens, a rally. April 27th at the old Sears at River Oaks. And it's entitled Unity, Take Our Township Back. Not a protest, but we want to be seen in numbers. We want the world, since they got involved in all of this, we want the world to know that we want this just as much as they want it for us. Please come out. 1 o'clock, April 27th. Mary Avon is my name. Anybody come to 15101, I got something for you.
Thank you, ma'am.
My name is Michael Smith. I want to thank Trustee Gonzalez. What a great show tonight. Thank you. Thank you. Let's tell the truth. The problem of the whole matter is Cassandra didn't get the supervisorship. You couldn't even get the vote. But we never talk about you holding 2 illegal seats. 2 illegal seats. Only reason why nobody has filed is because we can't find nobody to take your seat. You holding 2 illegal seats as a school board member
Are you talking
and a
to me or
township
Cassandra?
assessor.
You talking
You
to
have
me or
no
Cassandra?
business holding 2 seats.
Ooh.
And the deal was, if she became the supervisor, you was gonna be the assessor, right? Wasn't it the deal?
So who you
that was the
talking to?
deal.
Who are you
But
talking
we
to?
probably need to ask you, Chris.
Sure.
What happened?
I'll
to
answer
why the
questions.
supervisor
I'll answer questions.
Why did the supervisor get rid of you from being the assessor before? You were once our assessor.
Correct.
What happened? Why weren't you our assessor anymore?
I chose
And then
not to
you
run.
refurbished
I
back
chose not
be
to
a trustee.
run.
Why?
And he asked me back. So
Oh, he asked you
if
back.
we left on some type of bad blood, I wouldn't be here.
Okay. Secondly, I feel this township board needs to
The ordinance
censor him.
reads that we don't
The
have,
township
they
board
don't
needs to
have to
censor
give
him.
comments, but we
You need to
can.
censor him because he's giving out some information that should not be given out. When you talk about being a government official, you are elected by the people to have duties. Certain things do not belong in the public. And you and Mr. Paul put this thing together. Y'all wanted to have this rally and this type of stuff. This is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. You vote down everything in this township, but you forgot to tell the people too you were in Las Vegas, right? Didn't you go to Las Vegas?
Not last year.
Did
no.
you go to
Not
Las
last year.
Vegas?
The first year.
Answer
yes.
my question. Did you go to Las Vegas?
The first year I did,
Did
so
you go to
I
Las
know.
Vegas?
So I know that the township has no
Did
business.
you
there.
go to
I
Las
know
Vegas?
the township has no
Yes,
business.
you
there
did.
Because I was.
Yes, you did. You were
Because
there.
I was
You
there.
were there.
Absolutely.
You were at Las Vegas. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Yes, you were.
Can we please
Now-
act like adults in here? Get some control of this meeting.
No, now you want control because the truth is coming out.
You know
People
what?
hate the
You
truth. Cassandra, you wanted to be the assessor and you couldn't get a second.
I did not.
You couldn't get a second.
Okay, Mr. Smith,
because you couldn't get a second. This is terrible. It's terrible.
Skeletons in
It's
your
terrible.
Cassandra.
It's terrible. It's terrible. And then you got an office in Calumet City. Should our records be in Calumet City, City Hall? No, they should not. They should not. They should be here at the township. Let's talk the truth. Let's talk the truth. It's all about you because you wanted to be the supervisor. Well, the people didn't put you there. They didn't put you there. They didn't put you there. They didn't vote for you. They didn't vote for you. Thank
you, Mr. Smith.
Now, I'm not finished. I get to talk all I want. Secondly, I want this board, since we want an investigation, I'm asking the 4 trustees, please release the information about the employees that got all these bonuses off of the taxpayers. Release the information of the employees that got gas off of the township. Please release it. Please release it. Release about the $5 million deficit. Talk about it. Let's talk about it. Talk about the truth. Put the truth out. Let's talk about it. Talk about it. But that's what I'm here for. Instead of we sitting here trying to down her, we should be trying to uplift her, trying to help her. And there's so many people that wanted that seat, but they couldn't get a second. She got it, so support her. She ain't even been in office long enough. But I'm tired of it. You tried to make a show here, Trustee Gonzalez. You wanted this, you wanted a show. You put it together. But tell the people why you don't vote on their bills. Why you don't vote on their bills? Why? Why? Talk about it.
Thank you, Mr. Smith.
Talk about it. We need to talk about the truth. And secondly, let's talk more. The reason why a lot of these people are here tonight is because of your senator. Your no good senator. Napoleon Harris that does nothing. Matter of fact, she sits on the board. Tell them about the bonuses you got, Stephanie. Tell them, was it legal? Was it legal?
You already
Was
posted
it
it on
legal?
Facebook, sir, talking about
Was
what
it
you were
legal?
releasing. You already posted
You had no
it.
high school diploma. Sitting in a
And I
job.
worked 22
No high
years.
school diploma. And you got mad because she told you she didn't want you in that position.
Thank
She didn't
you,
want you in that
Mr.
position.
Thank you, Mr.
And now
Smith.
you're the park district director over in Dalton. Don't have a degree. You don't have a degree.
Thank you, Mr.
You
Smith.
don't have a degree. You don't have a degree.
But I have a job.
I got one too. Thank you. Thank you. It is a shame how you lead these people for your own good. It's a shame you behind it all, Stephanie. But guess what? Guess what? You gotta give an account for it. You gotta account for it. You gotta account for it.
You are out of
Thank
You
you,
got
Mr.
to
Smith.
account for it.
your room and nobody said
You
nothing.
gotta give an account. You gotta give an account.
Alright, you guys
I can't
keep it
stand
down
black
so we
people
can
that
finish.
sell out. You a sellout, man. You a sellout.
Jedediah, you out of order.
All right, thank you, Mr. Smith.
You a sellout.
All right, guys.
How much did they pay you, Jedediah? How much did they pay you? How much did they pay you? How much did they pay you? Right. Just like I said, it is a shame.
Thank you, Mr.
It
Smith.
is a shame. It is a shame.
Thank you.
It is a shame. And you ought to be ashamed of yourself. But I ask that this board censor Gonzalez. He needs to be censored. He needs to be censored. He needs to be censored. He needs to be censored.
Thank you. All right, you guys, let's keep it down so that the next person can speak. Thank you. All right, you guys, keep it down so the next speaker can be heard.
My name is Trina Downs. I'm from Dalton, Illinois, on 151st and Grant. Everybody knows where I live, basically. To the person that kicked my gate down, public service announcement, my gun's heart is good and I vote for back. And so, Mr. Gonzalez, you stated that in a meeting I saw with the Lansing Journal. In a Lansing Journal interview, you stated that the board decided to put Tiffany Hilliard in as supervisor because you wanted to avoid chaos with the residents having a chance to voice their opinion in a vote. However, it's way more chaotic with the choice that the board has made for the people. And so the people's voice should never be silent. I would also like to address the